Live from Las Vegas, this is Inside the Line with Marco D'Angelo. I am Marco D'Angelo, your host for tonight's presentation. We're going to take a look at two college football games for Saturday. Don't forget, I'll be back here Saturday night when we'll preview an NFL game for you on the Sunday card. And let's get right to the action for Saturday. Is there a bigger game than the Red River Shootout on Saturday? Oklahoma and Texas, national championship implications for Texas. I've got to say, looking at this line, why is Texas only a 3-point favorite? Vegas wants you to take the Texas side here. I'm going to look to the Oklahoma side. I look for Oklahoma to go in here on Saturday. Sam Bradford returned to the lineup last week. He got his tune-up game, got the rust off last week. I look for him to be the big motivational edge tomorrow in this game. Remember, last year, Texas beat Oklahoma, but in the early part of that game last year, Oklahoma had total control of the game. It was a kick return by Texas that changed the momentum of that game. Oklahoma was a 7-point favorite last year. They're now a 3-point underdog. You're going to tell me that Texas is 10 points better this year than they were last year and Oklahoma's that much worse? I don't believe so. I think this game goes right down to the wire, and I like Oklahoma to win the game outright. Oklahoma does have 2 losses on the season, but those 2 losses both came by 1 point. Those 1-point losses are going to serve Oklahoma well in the fourth quarter of this game if it's a tight game. They've already been involved in 2 tight games, and they'll know how to deal with the pressure. Texas has had an easy go of it so far this year. They have not been tested. I like Oklahoma on Saturday. My projected score is Oklahoma 27, Texas 23. Now, before I get to our second free selection, I want to tell you what I've got going on tomorrow. I've got a big play going tomorrow. It will be a lock release for me. It'll be a triple dime play. We've cashed 15 of the last 21 of those plays. That's 71%. For the year in college football, I'm hitting 67%. 20-10 on the season in college football. We cashed another winner Friday night with the Pitt-Rutgers game under the total. And Saturday's play is going to be a 15-star release. It will only be my second 15-star play that I rate on my phone service this season. The first one was a big winner a couple weeks ago with East Carolina over Marshall. Join me this Saturday, and I have to tell you, you got to act early. The game is an early start on Saturday. Don't wait around. You'll miss this one. Check it out at pregamepros.com. You can pick up my package for Saturday. I'll have the big 15-star massacre play on the Saturday card. It is an early game. I'll have 2 other plays with that game, and you'll be able to pick it all up for $35. Now, let's get to that second free selection for Saturday in college football, and I'm going to look at the Hawaii-Idaho game. Now, we're going to take this game and we're going to look to the underdog here. Idaho, they're on a roll. They've won 4 straight games, all 4 of them as underdogs. This play is strictly against Idaho. This is a bad spot for Idaho. Now they are favored to win, and it's a totally different mindset being an underdog and being a favorite. This is a team that's just learning how to win, and now they've got to lay a point spread. Vegas opened this line at Idaho minus 11.5. The wise guys here in town jumped all over Hawaii right away and drove this line down to 9.5 early on Monday and early Tuesday. They have continued to bet the Hawaii side. This line is down to 8 at most places around town. This is key because they moved this line. They bet enough money for Vegas to move this line through a key number. You went through the number 10 when it opened up at 11.5, and they bet it through the number 10 down to 9.5. That was a key significant move, and they've continued to bet it and move it down to 8. I don't see it going any lower. At the lowest, you'll see 7.5, but it won't move any lower than that because Vegas is not going to open themselves up to an even bigger middle with that live number of 7. I'm going to take Hawaii here. I look for this game to be a shootout. Team that has the ball last can win this game. I'm going to take Hawaii plus the points in a 28-27 shootout with Idaho. Take Hawaii plus the points. That's going to wrap up this week's edition of Inside the Line. I'll be back here Saturday night late. We'll take a look at the Sunday card. We'll review what we did on Saturday, and I'll tell you what I've got going on Sunday. Be sure to join me late Saturday night for another edition of Inside the Line with Marco D'Angelo. Best of luck to you on your Saturday wagers. Hope you're able to join me for my big play.